When most people talk about or think about strategic innovation, they think of a 20-year-old in Silicon Valley, or they think of a PhD scientist in a multi-million dollar lab. But I think of Art Tatum. He was a famous jazz musician from the 1930s, and I think of him in a dark, dusty, dingy speakeasy with his combo, just playing music and entertaining the crowd. Now, the reason Art Tatum is a great example of innovation is because him and his musicians would always try to go and put on a new show and top what they did before and create something unique so they could add value and entertain their audience. Because that's what strategic innovation is all about, taking what you have in front of you and creating more value for your customers. Not valuable for you, but valuable that you can give to other people. And one of the things he loved to do when he'd be so happy is if he went to one of these clubs and whenever he'd find a piano that was broken or out of tune, instead of complaining, he'd get excited because now was really a chance to do something unique. That's what an innovator would think. That's the mindset of an innovator. He would say, "Oh, great, the piano's broken, it's out of tune. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what music we can create." And that's actually the first lesson. It's about the first lesson of innovation from Art Tatum is about doing jams and intersections. That's where the value is. There's intersections between him and his guitarist or his, the other people playing the other instruments, the saxophone. He would, they would work together, do a mashup. Um, it's where they would meet up. The music would meet up. The same thing with the pianos, with the what he planned, taking a regular song and also finding the bad notes and doing a mashup. And that's how it is in real life too, where people from nowadays, for example, biomedicine and bioengineering and biomath with genomics. You have mathematicians and statistics combining with biologists to create new medicines for cancer, for example. That's playing the intersections and the mashups. And another lesson from Art Tatum is about perfectly imperfect, which is what he did. He would come in there, wouldn't be upset if the piano was out of tune or broken. He would just say, "Okay, this is what I have. This is what I'm going to work with, and I'll do something make it better." And that's what he did. And perfectly imperfect is also good because it fights procrastination. As Woody Allen said, 80% of success is just showing up. So a lot of times people in businesses don't do new things. They don't create new value because they're afraid to. They're afraid of failure, and they just don't try. But Art Tatum, he didn't worry about failure. He didn't. They weren't upset if today wasn't as good as the performance last night in another city. They're just happy that they got to play music and try something and experiment and try something new. They're happy. Oh, we got this instrument, this piano. We'll do this tonight. You play this, I'll play that, and they're just trying to entertain the crowd, create something new, and that's what innovation is, and that's what businesses and people can learn from Art Tatum.